Hello, welcome my friends to the Eurofan. That's me. For today's episode, I will going to do the review of the Italian entry for Eurovision 2022, which will be represented by the duet of singers of Mahmood and Blanco with the song Brividi, which has the English translation for shivers or goosebumps. The turn has come for the host of this year. After celebrating their victory last year with the top trending rock band of the moment, I'm talking about the guys of Måneskin, now we have to pay attention to the ones that will follow them and present the entry with the advantage of playing at home soil. From the winning duo, one of them is very well known in the Eurovision world and the other one not so much, but for sure he is going to outstand. Now I'm going to talk a little about their respective careers so far. Mahmood, as we know, is a singer who blends pop, R&B and hip-hop in his musical compositions. Had won previously Sanremo in 2019, representing Italy in Tel Aviv, Israel, with his song solely achieving an outstanding second place in the final ranking, just behind Duncan Lawrence, who took the victory for the Netherlands that year. Before his participation in Sanremo, Alessandro Mahmood, which is his real name, had also participated in the Italian version of X Factor and has a musical career since 2012, having released 2 studio albums to date, both of them reaching to the top of the charts in his native country. Blanco, on the other side, which his real name is Riccardo Fabriconi, is a newcomer artist in the Italian scene, singer or rapper which blends pop, funk and hip-hop in his musical compositions. But despite his short experience and age, he has conquered the Italian charts with just one studio album in his discography, just released last year. It's remarkable to say that beginning his career and this very successful way, the journey of this guy is really promising. In early February, the mythical and renowned Sanremo Music Festival was held, which had 25 participants in that edition. After knowing that Mahmood and Blanco were on the list of the participants, a lot of expectations were made, taking in account they are currently 2 of the most successful singers in Italy, and without any doubt, after the 5 nights of the festival, the song released and composed by them, which was the big favorite to win, made the bet and they took the Golden Lion of the edition. This entry has a particular significance for 2 reasons. First, Mahmood gained his second victory in Sanremo in a very short period of time, just 3 years after, feat unseen by another Italian artist since the 1970s. And second, Blanco makes history as being the youngest singer to win Sanremo, with 18 years old at the moment of his participation at the music festival. Obviously, after all this introduction, expectations are very high, so now the review from what they have presented in the music video. The melody catches you from the very first second to the end of the song. In fact, I was mesmerized during all the song. It's a romantic ballad very well structured and the musical arrangements are just flawless. Both Mahmood and Blanco voices express the lyrics, each one on its own way and singing style. Then later when they join in the chorus, they match so perfectly. It's so pleasant to listen. The high notes sang in the chorus are quite outstanding. It will be a challenge for them during the live performance, hoping they won't fail the notes. Analyzing the lyrics of the song, it describes a relationship breakup, where one of them is convinced that his or her partner is not the person that once fell in love, while the other one is vulnerable of the fact of breaking up the relationship and in a desperate attempt is giving to his/her partner arguments and reasons to not to leave. The shivers, as the song title, will describe that vulnerability. It's interesting how structured are the lyrics. as it resumes most of the common things in a love relationship, the good and bad, and reflects the character of both of them in the composition. While Mahmood describes the most emotional and affectional side, Blanco describes the most sensual and carnal side. Additionally, it comes to attention that there's a brief mention of drugs and tears in the lyrics. That makes me think about the context of the relationship affected by the abuse of these forbidden substances, with frequent arguments which have been weakening the stability of the relationship. I could also suspect that the one is begging to not to leave could be suffering of a mental and or emotional illness added to this. I'm not saying it's wrong or bad. I'm just saying it's a possibility of what I am understanding with the lyrics. Having said all this, I like the lyrics very much, although, however, this is one of those songs that I like to listen carefully instead of singing it. Beyond the lyrics, the message of the song is simply unclear. It portrays the vision of love and the feelings associated with it from the perspective of two different generations in a broad universal sense. Detaching now the official music video, the plot runs in two lines that later become one. In the first line of the plot, Mahmood is in a house with a guy that is supposed to be his partner on the music video, where there are several moments with complicity, estrangement, and romanticism all mixed, while he is performing the first verse. In the second line of the plot, Blanco appears in a concert hall on a piano while a pianist is performing it, at the same time with flashes of him with a girl that is supposed to be his partner in the music video while he's performing the second verse. There are shots where they both appear, first with Blanco and later with Mahmood, riding bicycles with sparkling feathers on it, resembling the metaphor of the diamond bicycle like in the lyrics of the song. There are also many shots of both singers standing in a lone beach in a very cloudy day. As the song is reaching to its end, they both find each other riding their bicycles, and they ride in the lone beach quite close one from each other. I look at this as the premise we should have in love, where two people complement each other and are together, but at the same time having their own individuality and the freedom of still being themselves. At the end of the music video, whilst they are still riding their bicycles, the boat races out to the starry night sky, making a wink to the mythical scene of E.T. movie. There are also two metaphors in this final shot. The starry night sky is associated with the first sky expressed in the chorus, while the fact of racing up to the sky with their bicycles could be associated in a certain way with the transcendence of love from the earthly to the spiritual. Making a summary of all what I mentioned before, the Italian entry for this year is truly promising. And listen to me, to this, what I'm going to say. For me, they are capable of winning the contest again for Italy, and this is absolutely not a joke. It's one of these songs that have all the attributes to get the votes from both the public and the jury. If they do it, they will be together with Spain, Luxembourg, and Israel, the countries that have won the contest in 2 consecutive years. Although, however, still behind Ireland, which is so far the only country that had won the contest in 3 consecutive years, an absolute record. During Sanremo Music Festival, they had a very minimalistic staging where the orchestra had a big role, with some light effects and contrasts with black and white. I'm really curious on how will be the staging in Turin, but we will have to wait until May to see how they will perform it on the main stage. What are your thoughts and for the Italian entry this year as host? Leave your comments down below. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of discussion. And this is it for today's episode. Very important to say, in addition, don't forget to like and subscribe and enable notifications. And also follow me in my social media. Take care and see you in the next episode. Bye bye.